What's going on, y'all? What's going on? Hey, listen. Listen, man. Before I go, as y'all can see by the title, I just gotta talk to y'all real quick, man. I have to talk to y'all, bro. I have to talk. Like, I don't even have enough time. I don't have enough time on my story to say what I'm about to say. So I had to go live. So go ahead, share the live. You feel me? Oh, my man's about to preach. You know you feel me? I gotta talk to y'all real quick, man. What's going on, Destiny? What's going on, Kiera? But yeah, I gotta talk to y'all, man. So share the live. Let's get some people in here, bro. Because what I'm finna say, you feel me? I'm finna say what they scared to say, man. I'm finna say what they scared to say. So we need a few people in here, man, and I'm really finna make y'all think. I really hope I'm finna make y'all think and see what I see. You feel me? I want y'all to really see what I see, because the people not seeing it, man. They not. But it's not their fault. But I'm here to let you know. You feel me? So 1 second. 1 second. Hold up, y'all. All right. I just sent out the live. So boom. Before I even get to saying what I gotta say, I just really want y'all to think about what's going on. You feel me? I want y'all to think about what's going on, and I want you to think about, why it's going on. You feel me? Because a lot of people are acting like we good now. A lot of people acting like everything peaches and cream, but it's not. You feel me? Ain't nothing peaches and cream around this way. Nothing. Ain't nothing peaches and cream, but everybody out there twerking and stuff in the streets, man. You better sit down. You better sit down, man. Y'all out here playing, man. It's nothing to be buck dancing and bootlicking about, you feel me? It's nothing to be out there twerking and having a party out there in the streets. It's nothing for us to celebrate. There's nothing for me to wake up and be happy about. Nothing. You feel me? There's nothing that I'm happy about. So, we got a few people in here. I'm going to go ahead and get started. So, first things first. We seen Derek Chauvin, however you say that man's name. We seen him guilty, right? No surprise. Why is there no surprise? Because we knew he was guilty when it happened, right? I don't care how hard the judge had to slap his little hammer on the little thing, or his gavel, whatever you want to call it. I could care less how hard he slapped it and said, found guilty. I been knew the man was guilty. So I'm not celebrating. This is not justice. This is not reform. This is not revolution. There's nothing, right, that has happened to where there's going to be some type of change. And here's why. Because our people, right, we yearn for this justice. Oh, stop killing our people, right? Stop killing our people. And if they do kill our people, make sure you put them in jail, right? Okay. But I want y'all to take a look back. How many of y'all know about slave patrol, right? Yeah, how many people can tell me the three main purposes of the slave patrol, right, in the 17 and 1800s, right? One of the sole purpose was to stop a slave revolt, right, against the slave master. You understand me? So why was there a law enforcement? Because it was against the law for a slave to run away from his slave master, right? It was against the law, so that's what law enforcement came from. They was enforcing the law, so you couldn't have no slaves to run away, join together and revolt against their slave masters, right? So what are we today in America? Huh? What are we today? You understand me? We more slaves now than we was back then. A lot of people might not like hearing that, but hey, the truth don't need agreement. I'll tell you that right now. And I'm not here to make nobody comfortable at all. Because I'm uncomfortable. You feel me? It makes me uncomfortable due to the fact that, okay, we beg for this justice, this and that, yada, yada. Say justice real slow. Say justice real slow. Just us. Just us. Just justice. Justice. They had to put a little I in there, right? They had to put an I in there so it could throw you off. So you yearn for this justice, freedom, justice, and equality. Well, what does it look like? Because you ain't seen it yet. You say you want it, but when they, quote unquote, give it to you, right? You want to go out there and have a party. Oh, yes, we got justice. Bullshit. Hey, I'm sorry. I'm getting a little emotional right now. You feel me? But I got to say what I got to say. Bullshit. I ain't seen justice not one day in my damn life. You feel me? There is no justice, right? There will be no justice, right? You can't see... You can't sit up here and preach Black Lives Matter to the White House and not the trap house. You understand me? It starts with the black man and the black woman, right? Now let's shift gears a little bit. Let's shift gears a little bit. What does the black man and the black woman have to do with this, right? What do they have to do with the bringing the manifestation of freedom, justice, and equality in America? Well, go ahead. I'll break it down to you, right? I'll break it down to you. Because we don't think about this. So let me tell y'all what the most honorable Elijah Muhammad said before I go ahead and break this down a little bit. He said, it is against the very nature and disposition of the slave master to accept his one slave as his equal. So why would you get treated that way? Why would your slave master treat you as his equal, as if you a master right along with him? He's not going to. So go ahead and get that out your head, right? Civil rights, everybody talks about, in the 60s, Martin Luther King, civil rights movement. Well, what is civil rights? Civil rights is wanting to be seen as equal to a race that's superior than you. I don't want no fucking civil rights, man. They ain't ready to talk about that. I don't want no damn civil rights. You feel me? Ain't no damn civil rights. Ain't nobody better than me. I'm an original man. You understand me? So what does the black man or woman have to do with the manifestation and bringing about of freedom, justice, and equality in America? Let me tell you. We want the police to love us, but we don't love ourselves. We want Joe Biden to love us, right? We don't love ourselves. We want Kamala Harris to love us, right? We don't love ourselves. Because Kamala Harris, I'm not even finna sit up here and talk about politics right now. But it starts with you, right? It starts with you. It don't start with the damn president, the governor, the senator, the whoever. It don't start with them. It starts with you, right? We talk about, the white man did this. I'm not trying to hear that, man. What did you do? What did you do? You feel me? We sustain our condition. We sustain our condition. When I say sustain, we maintain our condition. We're very stagnant. We're comfortable in this position that we're in right now. You feel me? And here's why. You don't want to give up the slave master mentality, right? And what's the slave master's mentality? The slave master went ahead and created him something. He created him something that he can maintain control over for an extended period of time. And what did he create? He created a nigga. You understand me? He created a nigga that he can continuously maintain control over, right? That's why the COINTELPRO under J. Edgar Hoover and the FBI said to stop the deliverance of a black messiah. Well, why is it stopping a black messiah? Why not a messiah, period, right? Because he knew, right, that there's a body of people running around with their heads cut off. There's a body of people running around with their heads cut off, but let one person rise up and be the head of that organization. What's going to happen? Their world is doomed. You feel me? Their world is doomed. Right? So that's why they say they had to stop the rise of a black messiah. They didn't say stop the rise of a messiah. They didn't say stop the rise of another white messiah. No sir, no ma'am. They said a black messiah. Why they had to put black in front of it? Because they knew that the black people were in a condition running around with their heads cut off, to where if you create a messiah, he's the head of this people, he's the head of this organization, then what? Now we equipped to fight. Now we equipped to do what we need to do to rise up against the common enemy, the open enemy. But now the open enemy has disguised himself by creating an enemy within yourself. I'm talking right now. You feel me? There's an enemy within you that you don't want to defeat. You talk about defeating the white man, freedom, justice, and equality. Well, how about you start with yourself? Right? How about you start with yourself? The Honorable Mr. Louis Farrakhan said self-improvement is the basis for community development. Right? Self. I'm going to keep emphasizing that. Self. But why self? Why not at the BWO tap in? Real change start. Oh, man. Most definitely. Make sure you say this live. For sure. This one probably getting posted. But he said self-improvement is the basis for community development. Well, we talk about the black community, the black America, right? But we don't have no community, right? We don't have no communities, right? Because he said community development. Therefore, it's at a stage to where it has to grow and be perfected as it grows, right? So it starts with yourself. Because in communities, and what do you have? You have families, right? I'm finna break this all down. You have families, right? But we don't have no families, right? We have families for sure. My fault, y'all. I got a call. But generally speaking, you can't tell me what the black family looks like. You know what I'm saying? You can't tell me what the structure, the morals and principles and standards of the black family is, right? Because they made sure that they've done a job to butt break the black man, feminize the black man, masculinize the black woman. You feel me? So they're no longer compatible. Y'all learned the science, right? You learned the science that alikes repel from each other, right? You take a magnet, north and north, put it together, you're going to be like this. You're going to be sitting here like this, trying to get it together. But it won't happen. And if you do get them together, they're going to come right apart when you stop being strong, right? So you have a feminine, right, black man, a masculinized black woman, right? Here's the problem. That masculine black woman, her nature is not to be masculine. This is what social media does and general society has done to her, right? But her feminine side will take over in the relationship, right? Subconsciously. And here's what happens. You have this quote unquote independent black woman saying she doesn't need anything from a man. But a man comes along, right? He's feminine, right? Because he's made to seem as if being an alpha man or being a real man is toxic, right? Now he has to feminize himself to be appealing to the black woman. But then the nature of the black woman is going to want a masculine black man. But when she's not getting that, they're no longer compatible. They no longer will, they'll repel from each other, right? And this stops the black family. This stops the procreation of the black family, right or wrong. You feel me? This is what stops that because we've been whitewashed. You feel me? We're not even tapped into our own nature, right? Because we're in the thinking of the slave master. So we talk about this justice. Well, what does it take? It takes self-improvement. Everybody on here can tell me something that they could improve on, right or wrong. Everybody has room for improvement. But we don't even want to acknowledge our needs to improve or the means to improve as a community, as a people in America, right? We don't want to acknowledge that. We just want to say, oh, stop killing my people. You stop killing your damn self. Stop killing your damn self. You can start with that. Once you start with that, then we might get somewhere. Because we can sit here and blame police, you feel me, all day. I'm not saying what they doing is right. Y'all know I don't like that shit. But it starts with you, bro. If you in the hood and you see these youngins running wild and you say, hey, keep doing your thing, little man. You telling him grow up to be a real nigga, then guess what? That's exactly what you gonna get. So I don't want to hear nothing about talking about this police, because you got to police yourself. You have to police yourself. I'll be damned to ask one of them to protect me. If I'm not going to protect myself, why would I depend on them to protect me if I'm not willing to protect myself? Who am I supposed to get protection from? Who am I supposed to get protection from? You feel me? It makes no sense. So once you start holding yourself accountable, right? Start holding yourself accountable so you can hold your brother accountable, right? Because look, now guess what happens? You try and correct somebody else, right? Hey, hey, pork bad for you, man. You need to start eating that pork. Man, I just seen you eating some bacon this morning. What make you think I'm gonna listen to you? You feel me? That's just an example as to why we have to hold ourselves accountable. Self-improvement is the basis for community development. Because once you hold yourself accountable, you can hold your brother and your sister accountable. Then guess what they're gonna do? They're gonna hold their brothers and sisters accountable. Then we starting to build a community, to build a nation, right? Then we can police ourselves. We can sit up here and say defund the police all day. Well, what you gonna do when you get the money that the police was getting? Huh? You gonna be in Foot Locker ready to get them 12s or what's finna come out? Them 11s that's finna come out and them 4s that's finna come out? That's gonna protect you? No sir, no ma'am. You feel me? So what can you do to police yourself? So where you create injustice for yourself is do for self or suffer the consequences. And what are the consequences? You looking at them every damn day. You looking at them every day. That's what the consequences are, right? We can sit up here and say Black Lives Matter. Well, prove it. You can't. You can't because you don't want to. You want Black Lives Matter, but Black Lives Matter, I hate that term. You feel me? I really hate that because now it started off as a statement, then it's a movement, then it's an organization doing nothing for the black man and woman in America. Black Lives Matter don't do shit. Excuse my language, but hey, they not doing nothing for me and you. It starts with yourself. They profit off of black death. You feel me? Y'all not understanding that a lot of these organizations profit off of black death. You feel me? So I'm not finna sit up here and put BLM in my hashtag BLM and be the last time I talk about it. You feel me? A lot of people want to say BLM, but you can't even tell me why they matter. Why do they matter? Let me ask you this. Everybody in here probably got a favorite sports team to watch. Somebody they like that does something competitive, right? Or even if it's yourself. You do not like to see your favorite sports team lose, right? You like to see them win. You like to see them victorious. You like to see them overcoming and defeating their enemy, right? But when you lose, when your favorite team loses, right? You like, damn, I don't like the way that make me feel. I don't like watching it. This is horrible. So now you're gonna want to be victorious. But let's say you was a fan of a team like the Browns, right? Let's say you like the Browns and for so long they just was losing and losing and losing. You had people literally giving up. They said they were still Browns fans, right? But they know that their team not worth nothing. Shit, what are we gonna do this year? What are we gonna do? Right? Are we gonna win? And then they keep losing. So now that has lowered their urge to win and be victorious against their enemy, right? But when they win, they feel so victorious, but then they lose right again. It's the same exact thing. Y'all, everybody wants to keep reposting Black Death, right? But you don't want to repost when your favorite team loses. Well, why is the favorite person, right? The black man and woman, when we get killed, they replay it over and over and over and over again. Because it's psychological conditioning to make you comfortable with losing. It's making you comfortable with losing. You feel me? You're literally comfortable with losing, and you don't like the way it makes you feel. You don't like the way it makes you feel, But you deal with it anyways because it's been going on for so long, 465 years and counting. It's been going on. So when it happens, it's no surprise, but you still get that emotional shock factor when you lose, right? There's still that emotional shock factor of losing, but what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? That's what we need to be worried about. I give a damn about I could give a damn about any of them talking about, this man being guilty. I know the court system just as guilty. So why we putting faith in the court systems that was literally made to keep us down? Why would I go and beg somebody who has literally mistreated me over and over and over again to please just love me? The most honorable Elijah Muhammad said, don't force yourself into places where you are not wanted. So if they don't want me to be over there, like if you see a group of people and you go up to them and they say, hey, get away from me, man. Like, what you doing over here, bro? Get away from us, man. Before we jump you, right? Then they jump you, right? Put you in the hospital. Soon as you get discharged from the hospital, you go try and be in their group again. You're not going to get tired of getting beat up? Oh, how about I create my own group, right? You know what I'm saying? It's not even the fact that this information is not common sense, but it's just how can you know unless you have a teacher, let somebody bring it to your attention, because we've been conditioned to think a certain way to where we won't even rise up to be black messiahs. Think about this. In slavery, right? It was illegal for us. In slavery, it was illegal for us to pick up a book, pick up a pen, pick up some paper, and use it. Well, if it was illegal, if it was against the law, if I could lose my life for doing this, what's the power in it? What's the power in me picking up a book? What's the power in me writing it down and making it plain like the Bible say? What's the power in it to where they have to make it illegal and I can lose my life, right? Because they know if this becomes common, right? If this becomes something that they can adapt to and use to their advantage, then we will be doomed, man. So I hate when people say, oh, I don't like to read, And it's not like I always like to read. Shit, you couldn't get me to pick up no book in high school. But now I know the power behind it. You feel me? I know the power behind picking up a book. We won't pick up a book, but we'll read everything the Shade Room got to say. That girl that Hot Boy was messing with, we read every word she posted on her story, caught up in some drama. But that's nothing but foolishness. We've been made fools and we've been made to be in love with the wickedness and the evil way of thinking that delays our freedom, justice, and equality, because you're not going to get it from them. I'll tell you that right now. You're not going to get it from them, man. So stop begging for it. We need to do for self. When we see the police getting killed, why are there so many videos, right? Why do our people think, let me pull out my phone so this can go viral and so we can get quote unquote justice for the person who I just sat here and watched get murdered, didn't do nothing about it? That's what our people resort to rather than interfering, right? Interfering. I think that's it. Regardless, y'all know what I'm trying to say, right? You don't want to intervene when you see the slave master doing what he do. And you don't want to intervene when you see your brother doing what they've been made to do. Keyword, made to do. It's not nature. We're righteous by nature, wicked by circumstance. Well, what circumstances are we in to where we have to be wicked? We really need to think about this stuff, man. We really need to think about it. Because once you come into an understanding, you'll work to get that freedom, justice, and equality that you so beg them crackers for. You feel me? You beg, oh man, freedom, justice, and equality, please. They ain't gave you that shit. They ain't gave you freedom, justice, and equality since they brought you over here on a slave ship named Jesus. That's the last time. The minute they brought you over here on that slave ship, you can kiss that goodbye. You have to make it for yourself, right? So it's about the acquisition of information that will grant you and make itself manifest, because you have to work for it, right? For freedom, justice, and equality. But you're going to have to sacrifice some things. You're going to have to sacrifice, you know, and a lot of people aren't willing to make sacrifices. If they told us, you know, we boycotting whatever car company, Toyota. Oh man, I gotta get to work, man. I can't take no Toyota. You feel me? I ain't giving them my Toyota. They ain't getting my key. You know. You feel me? You're not willing to sacrifice, but you say you want that so-called revolution. Well, it happens in the mind. You know, they say this revolution won't be televised because it happens up here. So what does that mean? It's gonna be a change in the way that we think. Therefore, it won't be televised. It'll just happen. But until we start adapting the righteous thinking, until we adapt the mindset, do for self or suffer the consequences, you can't ask me what the consequences are. You look on your timeline, you'll see it. You'll see it. Shit. Talk about guilty. Talk about justice finally served. They didn't do nothing for you, man. You see how they just shot the little girl down yesterday, a few minutes after they called the man guilty, called him guilty, you know? So it ain't no justice, man. We got to do for self, bro. We got to do for self. You know, that's the main message I wanted this. That's the main message. You know, we can't look out. We can't look elsewhere, right? We can't look for outsiders to take care of our internal affairs. Let me say that again. We can't look for outsiders to take care of our internal affairs. Because what has that gotten you? What has the court system gotten you? That so-called justice. So-called justice. Just us. Remember that. Just us. You feel me? So I really had to sit up here, like, get up here and tell y'all this, because no Instagram story wasn't going to get this message that I was trying to convey. You feel me? And honestly, for whoever is on here, please, I'm begging you, when you see somebody, you know, reposting this Black Death, I'm not saying don't speak out. I'm not saying don't speak out about the injustices that we suffer, the consequences we suffer, right? All I'm saying is do not repost these videos. Do not repost these videos, man. Because what it does is it lowers the testosterone. And when I say testosterone, I'm talking about the urge for power and control. I'm not talking about the sexual aspect of it. I'm talking about the urge for power and control over yourself. Right? When you see your people dying, bro, like it literally does something to you to where you see it so much. Oh, damn, again. You know, that's what our people say. And then you have other people who want to be these Uncle Toms and these coons and do that buck dancing, right? Oh, I can see why they might have bullshit, man. There's not one word, syllable, sentence, letter that anybody could say to me to where I would agree with the justification of killing black people. You know what I'm saying? There's no justification for it. Well, there is on certain levels, but we need to be the ones who handle that. Not them. We need to be the ones who police each other. You know, we need to be the ones sitting in the courtroom, have our own courtrooms. I'm not sitting up here asking them, the people who were put in place for my detriment, for my downfall, to give me justice. It don't make sense. It does not make sense at all. So that's what we need to look forward to. You know, you can easily, you know, you go to these gated communities, they got these nice houses and stuff like that. And then you see a sign, neighborhood watch, you know, with the little binoculars, right? Start your own neighborhood watch. Go out in the hood, pull shifts, get you a little Telegram group chat or something, and make your own neighborhood watch. Get your own police systems. So when something happens, you can nip it in the bud. You don't got to call 911 because they're not here to serve you. They're not here to protect and serve you. That is not their purpose. That's not built in the foundation of the law enforcement, which used to be slave patrol here in America. We ain't going nowhere. They just put a lot of makeup on to mask themselves, right? To where you know they're the enemy, but you're not gonna do nothing about it. You know you won't do nothing about it. You even scared to speak about it. You're scared to, stand up against it and fight it. Why? Because every black revolutionary that has risen up in some type of form or fashion, except Louis Farrakhan, they've been compromised. They've either been compromised or killed. So the Redeemer has to be willing to pay the price of redemption. So I don't want to see no Black Lives Matter. Your tongue must reflect the intention of the mind, right? So what I'm saying is, what you say, you have to believe what you say. You have to really think and believe that what you're saying is going to be true. But it doesn't stop there. It doesn't stop there. Once you say it, your actions must reflect what has rolled off the tongue. That's what it boils down to. So you could tell me Black Lives Matter. Okay. I can tell you the sky is green. But unless I can prove it, then words mean nothing. But in reality, words matter, right? Word is bond and bond is life. So if you really believe that you want freedom, justice, and equality here in America, prove it through your actions. And I'm not saying I done did everything to, I'm not saying I done did every last thing that I can do. I'm saying I've acknowledged that there's work to be done that I must work towards if I say that I want freedom, justice, and equality here in America for the black man and the black woman, right? And the priorities here in America. Last thing I'm going to say before I get off of here, because my phone finna die and I'm hungry. It's Ramadan, I'm hungry. I got about 10 more minutes before I can eat. I am parched. I just had to say that. Like, my throat is dry. You feel me? I am hungry and thirsty right now. You feel me? I had to say that. But what was I saying? Damn. See, I done got talking about food. You feel me? Food and water. I done got distracted, man. Whatever, bro. Whatever. Oh, this is what I was saying. I've acknowledged the fact that there has to be work. There has to be work put in motion by me if I say that I want to bring about freedom, justice, and equality for the priorities, not minorities here in America. You know why? Last thing. Oh, this is what I was finna say. Last thing. We not calling each other minorities no more, man. Minorities. Minor. I'm not no damn minority. You feel me? Bro, what? I'm not no minority. Listen, we're priorities, right? Because everybody makes it a priority to keep us down, right? To keep us from rising. Therefore, how can we be minority if I'm all you thinking about and I'm all you working on? Shit, I ain't no damn minority. I'm a priority here in America. You feel me? Especially due to the fact that there's a certain truth that I speak that will eventually lead to me being ill-spoken of. But shit, I don't care. Martin Luther King was ill-spoken of. Louis Farrakhan is ill-spoken of. Malcolm X, ill-spoken of. Marcus Garvey, ill-spoken of, right? But that didn't stop them from working to free the people and bring about what they said they wanted. So that's all I really had to say. It's for y'all in here. If what I said, if you learned, right, or if you agree with anything that I just said, drop a little trophy in the chat real quick, in the comments. Drop a trophy. Because I'm probably going to post this one, and then I'm off Instagram, bro. Because I got to take a break. I'm off Instagram probably for the rest of this week to this weekend. So if what I said was valuable, you agreed with it, you learned something, then go ahead, drop a trophy. You feel me? And let me know if I should post this as well. Let me know if y'all want me to post this. But if I post this, y'all got to share it for sure. Y'all got to share it. Y'all got to share it. Most def. I appreciate that, man. I definitely appreciate that. Post this one for sure. Yeah, I'm gonna post it, man. But after tonight, I'm off IG for a couple days because we really got to take time to decompress. Because All right, this the last thing for sure. A high level observer controls what he sees. A low level observer is controlled by what they see. So you got to make sure that you're not controlled by what you see, but you control what you see. And I'm going to give you a prime example, then I'm going to get off of here. You have a clear glass, right? And I'm pretty sure y'all heard this before. A clear glass, right? It can either be half empty or half full. How do you see it? Because the way you perceive things will ultimately create the way you respond to things and the way that you handle situations. But yeah, I'm going, man. I appreciate y'all for tapping in, and I'm going to post this one, so make sure y'all share it. And last but not least, go follow Handsome Intellect. You feel me? Next podcast should be dropping this weekend. So yeah, I'm going.